Hey guys, Dr. Nelson here with Trinity Orthodontics. What I want to talk to you today is about what age should you bring your child into the orthodontist to see what's going on with their teeth. So the American Association of Orthodontists recommends that basically every child should get an orthodontic screening appointment at age 7. And the reason age 7 is the magical age is because in general, that is the stage of dental development when some of the permanent teeth in the front are starting to come in, some of the permanent molars in the back are starting to come in. So the orthodontist can really kind of start seeing what's going on with the developing dentition and see if there's any problems that are going to start showing up. And one of the big things that we look for is permanent teeth that are not erupting where they're supposed to. And so I have this x-ray of one of my patients, and this, excuse me, this is a permanent canine tooth that is stuck way down here. And the initial x-ray, I wish I still had, but I did a software conversion, and so the original x-ray is not on this software. But originally this tooth was laying down like that, and that is very tricky to get up, and it also takes a really super long time, and it's not very comfortable for the patient for two reasons. Number one, we have to have the oral surgeon involved, and the oral surgeon actually uncovers the crown on this tooth, and they glue this little thing you see right here. It's actually a little gold chain, legitimately a gold chain. And then with braces, or we do it with Invisalign as well, then we have to put traction on this canine tooth, bring it by the roots of all these teeth without dissolving the roots on those two teeth right here. And actually this tooth used to be way over here by this tooth, believe it or not. And so there was a very real risk that we could have ruined the roots on these front teeth. So we had to do it very carefully, which it worked out fantastically. And I don't have it up yet, but right now this tooth is about right over there. But we've been working on it for about 2 years, I think, and it's still not up in the mouth. But the good news is this patient is going to have their own real tooth. It took a while, but if we had to pull that tooth, then he would have to get a fake tooth in there, which would be probably a dental implant at some point. An implant runs in the $4,000 to $5,000 range. So you heard of the $6 million man? That is the $5,000 tooth. So if we had seen that a lot earlier in this patient's life, then a lot of times we could avoid having to go through all of this. So people are constantly asking me, it's like, well, why do I have to take my kid into the orthodontist when they're 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, when they still have most of their baby teeth? Because of that. So if we can avoid doing that, believe me, this family would have been so happy to not have to be going through all of this process. And you know, the patient's not loving it, the parents, I mean, they're having to come to the orthodontist every month to get adjustments. So it's a huge investment, not only in money, but it's a huge investment in time too. So catching these things earlier versus later is definitely to the advantage of the patient. And so that's just one of the reasons why you need to bring your child in early. So this is another thing that I hear people are confused about. It's like, well, my dentist never told me to come in. And then they come in finally when they're 11 or 12 when they have all their permanent teeth, except for there's still a baby tooth left. And everyone's like, why is there a baby tooth left? And then they send them to the orthodontist, and then we find that kind of stuff. So you do not need a referral from your family dentist to go to the orthodontist. So if you're waiting for your family dentist to tell you to go to the orthodontist, that may not be the best idea. So when your kids get to be 7, then just go to the orthodontist. And you can tell your general dentist, your family dentist is like, hey, give me a referral to an orthodontist. And because I heard Dr. Nelson say at age 7, we need to bring him in and bring them in so we can see what's going on. So when you are armed with information, that gives people a lot of peace of mind. Because I'm a parent too, so I want to know what's going on with my kids. And when there's the unknown going on, it's kind of like stressful because you want to do what's right for your kids, right? And so the earlier you have that information, the better off you are going to be and the better decisions that you can make. So just tell all your friends and neighbors when their kids are 7, just go to the orthodontist. If you go to the orthodontist and you hear something that sounds a little sketch, then come see me and I will tell you the real scoop of what's going on. And if you want to know a little bit more about orthodontics, then I've got my book, which is basically a consumer's guide to orthodontic treatment and choosing an orthodontist. So go online and you can find this pretty much any place that books are sold. But this is hopefully a very insightful book to give you some information about choosing the right orthodontist. And again, being armed with information is the most important thing that you can have. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions or comments, just post them in the comments below. And have an awesome day. Stay warm. It's kind of like snowy and cold out there today. So anyways, I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.